everybody. So, for those of you that don't know me, I am Luckie Amatrudo, and I'm going to share with you for about 10 minutes on the dark night of the soul. And this is a dark night of the soul that my family went through 3 years ago. Am I not loud enough? Okay. We endured this 3 years ago. It was on Tuesday, July 17th, when my husband and I found the body of my youngest child, Tyler Scout Trumbull. He was 19 years old, and he died by suicide. September is Suicide Awareness Month, and Diane and Michael have kindly displayed the suicide hotline number somewhere, which I'd like to present because this is a serious issue that we don't always talk about, but I know that there's many people in this very room that have struggled either with thoughts of suicide or know someone who's been affected by this tragedy. So it's my sincere intention that by sharing this very personal story, I'll be of help to someone in pain. Tuesday in July seems like the safest place in the world. Tuesdays are neutral and mild, and July is a flat, even month. Why is it the ordinariness of the time preceding a tragedy is so remarkable in the aftermath? There's something about the contrast. It'd be nice to believe there are signs, intuitions, or a sense of foreboding that would give us a heads up when something horrible was about to happen. Horror stories are supposed to start off, "It was a dark and stormy night." But in my experience, the scary ones start, "It was a day like any other." It's that stark, crystal clear blue sky that emphasizes the horror of the planes hitting the buildings. It's sitting on the deck in my bathrobe with a cup of coffee as you kiss your son goodbye for what you will later find out is the very last time. It's the ordinariness just before the extraordinary thing happens that makes what happens next so unbelievable. It seems these moments suspend in time like a perfect, clear photograph. One perfect arc of time that captures what was and what will never be again. I never knew how much I loved Tuesdays or July. Maybe we never know these things until ordinary is suddenly gone forever. As humans, we spend all of our time trying to avoid suffering, don't we? But what I've learned is that suffering brings the greatest gift a human being can receive, the gift of grace. We don't ever seek suffering, but sometimes suffering finds us anyway. As Job said, "The thing I fear has come upon me." And I'm curious as to how many of us in this room have faced what we would consider a dark night of the soul. And keep your hand up if you've experienced more than one. That's what I thought, almost everyone in this room. And what's interesting is that the suffering takes many different faces, each tailor-made and suited to the individual's deepest, darkest fear. In most cases, it's the thing or the person that you love the most, which is wrenched from you in some terrible, traumatic way. Your whole life suddenly changes in one undesirable instant, and you can't even fathom how you'll continue to live with this ugly new normal. It feels insurmountable, impossible, dark, and devastating. And it lasts. It's relentless and unceasing, and it eventually brings you to your knees and causes you to scream out from the pain. This cry doesn't even have words. It's guttural, primal, and it's straight from the soul. It's a cry for mercy. And it comes from a space within you that knows you cannot tolerate this level of pain. Sometimes this cry is met with a still silence that feels like even in this, your darkest hour, you are all alone. And the darkness whispers, no one hears you. But it is a lie. It is a lie. You have just prayed your truest prayer, the most sincere, heartfelt prayer you will ever pray in your life. And it is heard, and it is answered, always. There will come a time when you will get up off the floor, even if it's just to go to the bathroom or get a drink of water. That is grace. You'll see a sign in nature, hear a voice, get a hug. It is all grace. Eventually, you'll take a shower and somehow find your way back to your day-to-day life. But it'll be very clear to you that you were right. You are different. Everything is different. Even if you look the same on the outside, inside you are completely rearranged. Now, there are some who would gladly put on the costume of the past and spend the rest of their lives trying to pretend the whole thing never happened. They will spend their whole lives trying to forget the most amazing thing they have ever had the opportunity to remember. But not you. You have become a spiritual superhero of sorts. You danced on the edge, and you lived to tell the tale. You have become a warrior disguised as an accounts manager, the fiercest badass anyone has ever met, even as you drive yourself to your job at Starbucks. You survived the unsurvivable, and you understand that there is no possible way that you made it through alone. You've become aware of a great power that is supporting you as you hurtle through the universe, clinging to this rock called Earth. You know things you never knew before about strength, endurance, faith, compassion, forgiveness, hope. You learn that love is not nearly as small as you may have once thought, even if you knew it was enormous. You now know that love is not found in the physical presence of a desirable human or condition or circumstance. Love is who you are and whose you are. As you move through your grief and anguish, you become aware that you have a tribe and you have a mission. There is an invisible pipeline to the divine available to you always, and you just found the faucet. You know how to let it in, and you delight in letting it out. You're a spiritual fire hydrant spraying love that gives sweet relief, encouragement, inspiration, hope. And you now know your purpose. You are here as an answer to a prayer. Someone else was crying out to the infinite for mercy, and you answered the call. You courageously faced all the challenges that human life can bring just to reach out to those of us that are crying out for help. You know this truth in your very soul. Today, you will smile at a stranger, pick up the phone, write a song, make a delicious dinner, paint the kitchen, tell a joke, take a nap. You'll bring love, laughter, beauty, kindness, and peace to this world. You'll relax into the knowledge that love is never ending, and it's unbound by any and all circumstances, including death. Love is why you're here. Love is the gift that is given and received simultaneously. Love is grace, and grace is love. You will never know all the ways your presence has changed this world, because it's not necessary that you know. Heroes just answer the call because they're heroes. You don't do it for the gratitude, and you'll just say humbly, I was just doing what anyone else would have done. But thank you. Thank you for your unique and wonderful contributions to humankind. Thank you for expressing in your own individual way the love that you are. Thank you for your enormous courage in showing up to offer your good work to the world. Thank you on behalf of all fellow humans. Thank you for answering the call. And so it is.